Three's the charm.
I think that might have been in the recording.
Oh,
anyway.
You're fine, Laura.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yamino, aka Elena, and I'm the artist of Sister Claire. I'm joined tonight by...
The one, the only, the incredible, the indelible Ash Barnes. I write the missing moments, and I help Elena write the comic. We're also joined tonight by...
Sarah, resident rat tamer and worm wrangler.
And last but not least, we are also joined tonight by...
Directly from Brazil, overexcited from girl, ascended to editor, Laura.
Yay!
Yay! Let's pray that's the last time we have to make those introductions tonight.
Hey guys.
Doing our best, doing our best.
Matt had a question. Wait, back up. Let me find it. Stop doing that, Ricardo.
I know, I hate that.
Matt wants to know how has my visit been so far. And I think someone asked if I cooked any Brazilian stuff, which I did. I cooked carrot cake, the Brazilian recipe, which is different from the American one.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Super tasty.
It's not so overly sweet as American carrot cake.
Really? American carrot cake is sweeter?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't had it
Well,
yet.
it just usually has so much frosting on top.
Yeah. Yeah, carrot cake here usually comes with cream cheese icing, which is a good thing, but often, like every time I've had carrot cake here, it's been like a very thick layer of cream cheese icing.
Yeah. Mine goes with chocolate icing.
When we made it, Laura was kind enough to allow me to assist her in the making of the carrot cake, and I was enthralled by the very orange batter. I was like, wow! I've never made carrot cake in general, so it was thrilling.
At home, I only have to use like 3 large carrots, and here is like 5 small ones because they're so tiny.
That's really weird.
Oh, Matt says, Miss Aldrich, who I think you're making tonight, made an amazing art piece for me that you have to see.
Oh, let's see.
We have a link.
Oh, wow.
Can I see?
Ooh,
Wow.
that's cool.
That's cool.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Let me check
Oh
on
my
that
God,
so
that
the
is
little
so
chat can see.
sad.
That's cool as hell, though.
I have so many feelings.
Aw,
Oh,
that's a really nice water texture there.
Right?
Yeah.
Dang, that looks like it took forever.
They even got Clementine's curls.
Uh-huh.
He said zoom in. Oh my god, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, it looks like it took...
Somebody likes drawing water.
That looks really good.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
Should I let Rosie out?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Tell them what
Rosie has been a very bad girl. She chewed up the carpet while we were fighting with the internet on campus earlier trying to get this live draw to work.
The carpet, mind you, that we just...
Had fixed.
Fixed and steam cleaned.
God damn it! Like...
They did it out of the kindness of their hearts because I am allergic to cats, as it happens.
Yeah, so we like had every surface in our house like professionally cleaned so Laura wouldn't die the moment she walked into our abode. And then Rosie's like, oh hey, look, it needs a little more improving. And shredded it. Aye.
So hopefully you got here before she swallowed anything.
I think so. I think she'll be fine.
I don't think so, because when she ate her dog bed, she literally ate huge chunks of it, and I didn't realize it. She ate a big piece of it. She loves to take stuffing out of things, and that's why she can't have a dog bed anymore. But I saw bits of dog bed filling in her poop for days, so.
Oh dear.
Well, hopefully she's alright.
Karen says, Rosie living up to her name.
Yeah.
I told her that was gonna happen when you named her Rose.
She also ate her entire non-edible chewy one time.
Really?
Like, it was a plastic chewy, and she shredded it into tiny pieces, and then she swallowed them all. And I had to give her this concoction to make her throw it up, because I was scared it was going to block her insides.
Oh, Karen, it's okay. Erin, it's okay. It wasn't the gay carpet.
No, not that one. If she ate that one, I would be furious.
How is everybody doing tonight?
How are other people's dogs and carpets behaving?
Safi says that she's had a dog who ate a couch.
The whole couch?
I don't think it was the whole couch, but
Probably took a sizable chunk out of it.
no, she says just like a large piece off the side.
Don't even look at her. Don't even give her any attention.
Okay. Here you go.
She's been bad. She needs to stay in her crate. I'm having trouble fitting Oscar's broad shoulders into here.
That's okay. You don't have to show all of her.
Well, I mean, I'm having trouble making them not look compressed beyond believability.
Oh, there's me.
Do you actually want to give me different flowers to draw for each of the mesh?
Well, Oscar is roses. Catherine's forget-me-nots.
Oh.
Do you want me to find pictures of the individual flowers?
Just forget-me-nots. I know how to draw roses.
Okay.
I think I got forget-me-nots pretty down too, but just in case.
forget-me-nots are beautiful.
What are Honeybee's flowers? Does she have one?
I haven't thought about it, but probably I could come up with some.
Oh, that's cute.
Here they are. Oh, should I just put them in the chat, Eleanor?
Sure.
There you go. Sean said, which critter are we shaming? Is this, oh, it's Rosie who ate a lot of things she shouldn't have. Yep.
Zach says, wouldn't Catherine be on a platform to stand at high enough level beside Oscar?
Yeah.
It's an ass. What's that? What's the name of that thing? Here I am forgetting English words again. This is gonna happen a lot.
A stepladder?
A casket? A box? The thing
Not
with
a casket. That's
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 like
what you
a
call
coffin.
dead bodies in.
I told you that I was gonna embarrass myself in this.
You're fine.
No, the thing that you put apples in to transportation.
Basket.
Basket. No,
Basket.
it's not basket. Something that the X5 actress had to use to be on level with her coworker.
Cask.
I don't know, a box. I think it was just
a box.
A crate.
A crate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sarah has saved me.
I'm here for you, love.
Sephi asks, what's a flower that would symbolize their relationship? I am not super well versed in flower language, but something that would, like a flower that would mean sustaining or eternal. So if someone else knows what that is, that's the one. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Oh, I think we answered this question when we were
We got
breaking off.
cut off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Proxy says, Ash, did you ever read my Clementine fic? I'm pretty sure Laura has. The one called Ashes of Eden. Unfortunately, no, I have not had a chance to read it yet. I have been really busy, like first taking care of Elena after her surgery, and then totally taken up with our current company.
I have kidnapped her.
I do plan on reading things as soon as possible. I deeply appreciate that y'all have written stuff. I'm sorry I haven't had a ton of time lately to engage in fandom. But like I said, soon I'll get back on track.
Don't look at Rosie when she does that, okay? You're just encouraging her to keep trying to get our attention.
Matt says, to all members of the Trinity, including Sarah and David, if he's still here, we'd love to have you come over to the Discord afterwards. We're going to be doing a hangout after the stream. We'll see.
Potentially.
But it really depends what time we finish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to be able to, just in advance. I don't want to get people's hopes up. I still have the missing moment to finish, and I have some other... We're going to be going away again this weekend, and I have some work I need to do in advance for that.
We're actually going away Thursday.
Yeah,
So. Like...
I'm going to put the blanket over the top.
Yeah, she also might want food.
No, I already fed her, so...
Well, her bowl is also in the middle of the crate. So, if you want to take that out. But, in any case, I don't know if I'll come into the Discord. Again, like, it really depends what time we finish streaming. Not that I don't want to see all of you, because I do. And I also, just FYI, I think the Discord is really awesome and cool. And the couple of times I have gotten to come and chat with everyone and hang out, I've been super duper impressed by the burgeoning community that's going on there. It seems just really great. But if it gets super late, I have to go to work in the morning. So, like, I've got work in the morning. I've got a lot of prep for tomorrow to do for the trip that we're taking pretty soon. We're going to the Virginia Creeper Trail.
They are showing me all the best sites.
Yeah, we're going to the Virginia Creeper Trail this weekend, so all of us can, like, bike down the side of a mountain together. Won't that be fun?
Oh boy.
It will, actually. It's really fun.
I can't wait. Diane says orange blossom means eternal love.
Oh, Diane says, but it also means innocence, so I don't know. I don't know if innocent can really describe either Catherine or Oscar.
Can anyone be described as innocent?
Claire.
Oh.
Claire's an orange blossom.
She is.
Yeah. Claire and
That is true.
Claire and right now Marie, maybe.
Right now.
Right now.
Well, you forget that she shares a mind with Rosie.
Yeah.
True enough.
I don't
Right.
think I would describe Marie as innocent.
Marie has that kind of privilege.
Mebelart says, for those of us who can't go to FlameCon, will this be available online? We'll let you know the answer to that after FlameCon. Like, here's the thing about charms. We're going to order these, like, pretty much as soon as Elena has completed them. And we'll see how many we have left after the convention. If we have enough to sell online, we might offer, you know, a few. But we'll just have to see. In more likelihood, we'll just keep them for future conventions if we go to any.
Or we could give the extras to the Hive Mill store.
True.
Have them sell them.
You have extras of your old charms too, which are still really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
We don't have that many though, Sarah.
I also don't know
saw
if we
Big
have
Bag.
the like attachments for them. Like we might have the charms, but not the actual keyring parts.
Mm-hmm.
Steffi wants to know if you'll be at FlameCon for both days.
Yep. Actually,
What's the plan?
we are going to be at FlameCon not just Saturday and Sunday, but also we're going to be in New York City the Monday following. So we may do a meetup on that Monday if we can't organize one for Saturday or Sunday. We'll talk about it closer to the time. Mebelart says, in that case, want to come to Canada? Huh, how far away is Canada from New York?
Depends on where you're going in Canada.
Also, we're not going to have a car or anything. Like, both Elena and I have passports. We could easily get over the border. But, and I've never been, that's a lie, I have been to Canada. Just not for any, like, sustained period of time.
Canada.
Oh.
Oh no! Ricky says, you guys are in a con near me and I'm going to be at school for training.
No.
Ricky.
No. We'd love to see you. Seffi, we would love to see you. Seffi says, I live in New York City. I gotta try to go. Hun, we would just
be there.
We would be so delighted to see you.
We would.
Also, just BT dubs. I love all of your Instagram photos of plants. They make my day.
Ash loves plants.
Yes, I do. And your photos are really freaking good, too. Your little hashtag no filter, and I'm over here, like, jealous as hell, like, but how did you take such a good picture?
Ash and I had a great time in the botanical gardens in the sea.
Mm-hmm. we roasted alive, but
Really? Inside the gardens?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside it was hot, and then we went into the giant glass house, and we're both like,
Oh, yeah.
So to be honest, I have been suffering here a lot less than I do in Brazil because of the AC.
Mm-hmm.
In Brazil is worse, especially my room.
Oh my god. Why is this lagging so bad?
Hey, Ellen, do you want to some pieces of baklava?
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Does anyone want any baklava?
That thingy.
I'm okay right now.
Yes.
Matt says that he just ordered some Sister Claire teas, and when they get there, they'll be his first teas ever.
Wow,
Ooh,
nice.
That's exciting.
That is not. Which ones did you order?
I hope you enjoy them.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I want some help.
I just want to bite. I don't want much of it, so.
Oh my god, this heart shape is gonna drive me nuts.
It's like trying to draw Claire's head.
You can use the... Oh, you are using the mirror too.
I'm already using that.
But still.
Ooh, Seth wants to know if I'm going to be at FlameCon too, and no, sadly by that time, I'll already be back in my homeland of Brazil.
So sad.
And Ash just said, no, don't be sad. Don't be sad, Ash.
You're gonna make Ash cry.
It's gonna be alright.
It's not gonna be...
We always have WhatsApp. I know.
No.
Don't be sad. Although you made me really sad yesterday. Destroyed my soul.
Are you talking about chapter 1?
Yes, I'm talking about chapter 1. Everyone, get your tissues ready.
Oh
She's
my
going
gosh.
to crush your hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Lara has seen the spoilers.
Laura finally let us spoil her.
So I had it because it's my job. And then again, it was just the test. There wasn't even Elena's images to go with it. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to look at them because I'm going to take a look and start crying.
Has anyone... Oh, there's my water bottle right in front of my face.
Yes, you are going to die, Sephi. Get your business in order.
Get your business in order. Jeez. Laura tells it like it is.
You can do it, Elena. We trust you.
Are you still fighting with the heart shape?
Yes.
What if you pull in an image from online?
No. Like, I have the shape I have to trace. It's just because I'm working on a high-res picture, it's making it
just
really...
Why don't I mansplain you more how to do it better?
If I try from another angle. Okay, that looks okay except for the shitty top part. Maybe I can just work with this. A lot of the keyboard shortcuts aren't working either.
Was your keyboard still having that jamming problem?
That might be part of it, I just don't know. There's also just so much lag right now with my cursor that...
Ash, there was a question.
No. Let's see.
Max.
Matt asks, Ash and Elena, what is your favorite thing about Laura?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide under the table right now. Nobody buying me.
all the presents that she brought us.
Okay, that's a very good thing to like. Because I worked hard on those.
They are very nice.
Lara made me this really amazing case for my tablet, so now it's not going to get scratched anymore in my backpack. I really appreciate it. And it has roses on it, which is my favorite.
Laura's just super craftsy. She's great at sewing and crochet
Yeah,
and all kinds of fine detail-oriented things, which is why she's a perfect editor for Sister Claire.
Oh, you guys.
I think my favorite Laura experience has been when she was teaching me something about crochet, because she's a very clear teacher and she's very patient and kind.
I'm gonna hide under my blues right now.
Why?
Your what?
Your blues.
My blues.
Your
My
blouse.
t-shirt, my stuff that I'm wearing. You know what I mean? This has been a week and something of constantly messing up my English. And Ash keeps laughing at me. She's so evil.
My dad says your English is better than his. It's very, very good. Laura.
Yeah.
Your English is fine.
Until I start trying to talk about the seaside.
Do it.
No.
Come on. Say your word for the coastal plain, Laura. Just say
I
it.
thought that we couldn't swear in the chat.
Come on.
In the
And
city
then
with me.
You're like, I thought we couldn't swear in the chat, but instead of chat, you said
Said-
something else.
Throwing away now. Yes, bye bye.
No.
Come back
No.
I'm gone. Why does every word that I mispronounce mean something dirty? Every time.
Every
It's like
time.
the fifth word.
Oh my gosh.
Say the word. Come on.
No. I'm not gonna even know what I'm saying because I can't tell the difference.
Laura, where were we last weekend?
The seaside.
Ah.
Yeah, you can catch me.
It's pretty dark in there. Could you grab me what's
Oh
the
no,
word?
I'm never not saying that.
A flashlight.
Oh my god, guys. I knew this would happen. I feel like the video from the Italian man goes to Balta.
Oh. But as to my favorite thing about Laura, I don't think I could name one. I'm just really, really happy that she is here in person, and I get to hug her and talk to her and spend time with her. It's really awesome. I'll tell y'all, it was so funny when we met in the airport. So, okay.
Oh god. I was held up for 2 hours in, how do you say that in English, Panama? I was held up for 2 hours in Panama with no Wi-Fi and had no way to tell Ash that I was going to be late when I got to DC, and I had no way to tell my mom that I had got to Panama, and I was sure she was thinking I was dead. And I had Wi-Fi, so I couldn't talk to anyone. I was so anxious.
But, so, she did eventually manage to get some Wi-Fi and tell me that she was going to be late. But, like, originally her flight was landing at, like, 1 a.m., and then it changed to 3 a.m., and when she texted me once she had landed to tell me that she was here, she was like, I'm here, and I'm standing there at the international bag claim, like, being like, no, you're not, like,
But where though?
and then I realized, like, I ran around the entire terminal. This airport only has one terminal. So, you know, I was like, I know I'm not at the wrong place because this is really the only place to be. But I was running up and down the terminal and I couldn't find her, and she was telling me that she was at this particular baggage claim with a number that was not even on any of the maps. So here I am freaking out, and then I realized that there wasn't actually a baggage claim at international arrivals. That was back hidden next to customs, and I should have gone back to just wait for her to come out after she got her bags.
Next to the creepy minion balloons.
Yes. And so I started heading back that direction, and she came out and was coming toward me, and we kind of met in the middle. And the first thing that I noticed is that Laura has eyelashes.
I do.
Because the thing is, I've only ever Skype called with Laura before now, and the video quality is not super excellent. So, like, her face was never in high def. But meeting her in person, like, her eyelashes are no longer just a dark smudge. I could see each individual one. And she said, wow, this is so weird. And I'm, like, staring at her eyelashes like, it really is.
That's so sweet.
Killandra had a question. She says, Lau, what is your favorite part about visiting the USA? Being on the same note, what has felt like the biggest culture shock for you? Well, my favorite part is Ash. That's easy.
No surprise.
No surprise there.
I'm not even hurt.
On the thing about the biggest culture shock, what do you think that I talked about the most?
You have been really surprised by the air conditioning everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You've been surprised at how far apart things are and how big things are.
Yeah, that has been a continuum theme, how big everything is. I don't know, it's because of the region of the USA that I'm at, but it's very different from the city where I'm from, where everything's clustered together. Here you have to get on a highway to get anywhere, and like there's so many trees, the roads are so large, the ceilings are so tall, everything is so big. Except Ash. Ash's still small.
Hey.
You're adorable.
I am not that small.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be smaller actually. She's not that small.
Steffi's over there like, North Carolina isn't even that big a state. Well, excuse you. North Carolina is an interesting state in that you can drive like down north to south or south to north through it in about an hour and a half. But if you try to go the other way, horizontally, like from east to west or west to east,
right,
it's going to take you between 5 and 6 hours.
Oh,
because it's a long state.
The lag is so bad that the drawing quality is really suffering from it, and I don't really know what to do about it. Like, I don't want to print this. It's not good enough.
Not presentable.
No.
What if you do sketches of all three?
And you could just ink them.
You could do detailed sketches.
Yeah,
of
that's a
them.
good idea.
Yeah.
Good one, Sarah.
Thinking on the fly.
Steffi said, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean like, I've been on road trips through like half the country and Wyoming is so empty. Yeah, it really is. I have also been to Wyoming.
Is that one of the states that's just like corn, 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 farmhouse corn?
No, Wyoming is a state where it's like endless nothing, endless nothing, endless nothing. And as you're driving along the highway, there's you and no one else and maybe a single fence that runs along the entire thing. And you know that after you've been driving for about 45 minutes and you haven't seen a single other person, the only thing you've seen is this continuous unbroken fence that someone owns all that land you've been driving next to.
We have that in Brazil. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zach says, removing any financial obstacle, where would the Sister Claire Trinity like to travel to together?
Oh, I know exactly where Ash wants us to travel together. Hawaii.
I think we would have a really good time in Hawaii all together.
And Iceland.
I would like that as well. Yeah. Like, I'm going back to Iceland with Elena, Sarah, and David in October, and I really wish Laura could come.
God willing, by that time I'll have a job.
Talk about a culture shock, though. Like, if you think the USA is weird, wait till Iceland.
Yeah, and I've been exposed to the USA so much my whole life.
I just mean, if you think this is different from Brazil, like Iceland would be, well, you know, an entirely different world.
Matt wants to know what's Brazil like. Well, I only know a little bit of Brazil because it's such a huge country and I haven't traveled around much there, so I just know my bit of it, which is São Paulo, which is my city. And it's very different from here in the sense that everything is clustered together, lots of small streets, lots and lots of traffic. I don't know, it's difficult to describe Brazil.
Capybaras.
Capybaras, yeah, everyone's being excited about that. My college campus has a river there that is used mostly for canoeing. Canoeing, that's the word? Mostly for canoeing and for other aquatic sports and stuff. And there's a small population of capybaras that lives by the margins. They just hang there. So I always pass by them when I'm getting home in the bus. They are like big hamsters. Just placid and eating and sleeping.
Doing okay, dear?
Okay. I'm still struggling. There's still some lag even in Photoshop.
What do you think is causing it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the stream or what. I just don't know. Maybe it's because there's not enough space on my computer to support it right now. I know I have downloaded a lot of things to work on projects, so...
Like what?
Just old art.
wants to know where the places where he can find images of our adventures, I posted some of it on my Tumblr. I can link it here in the chat. And someone asked if I've ever been to Iguazu Falls, which no, I haven't. I haven't traveled a lot in Brazil. Let me go grab the pictures. There were very good pictures there.
My friend, you know, Laura, I was showing you those pictures of the falls the other day.
Yeah.
That's where my friend went, Iguazu Falls.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the same place. It's in Argentina, I think.
I'm not sure now if it's all in
border.
Argentina or some of it in Brazil.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I have never been. In Portuguese we call it Cataratas do Iguaçu.
What does that mean?
It's the same thing, Iguazu Falls.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Got some very good pictures at DC.
Zach says, do you want an external hard drive, Yamino? Elena has like 3 or 4.
Oh dear.
Thank you though, that's a nice offer.
Yeah, that is very nice. Thank you.
Matt says, Laura, can you talk about your history with Sister Claire? Like how you found it and so on?
Oh no, he wants to talk about myself. How terrible. So yeah, I found Sister Claire in 2015, right? Yeah, 2015. About it, I got immediately obsessed with it. Started posting a lot of it on Tumblr and making theories, and then started coming to the live rides. And after many live rides, after Pedro and many other fanfics that I wrote about Sister Claire, and so on and so forth, Ash added me on Skype. By which point we just never stopped talking. Never again. And then what happened was like a little bit before chapter 1 of book 3, I think during the Yados or a little bit before it, I was like, hey Ash, Light After is your best live ride so far. I totally think that you should turn it into an actual missing moment. And Ash, very coyly, was just like, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Think about it.
Elena and I looked at each other like, really? You can't see it, but Elena's wiggling her eyebrows furiously.
Well, she's good at that too.
It's 4 kinds of horrible.
And I was like, I know you're gonna have to cut it a lot to make it fit into a memo format, but I would love to help you. And she was like, oh, thank you. And then when Light After came out as an actual memo, I was like, why didn't you ask me? I wanted to help you. And she was like, well, but you can still help me. I haven't finished editing it. So I offered to help editing, and a little bit after that, she offered money for it. And that's how I was hired.
I did the first 3 pages of Light After myself because I didn't want to spoil Laura in advance that Light After was going to be a missing moment, and I was desperately hoping she would offer to help me edit it because Elena and I had already talked about adding her to the team.
Yeah.
We both really liked her writing, and she's ultra organized. She's ultra organized and really good at streamlining various processes, so we thought not only would that make an excellent addition to the team, but helping me edit things is really quite a big deal. So
Yeah. Laura is always on top of her game when it comes to managing posts and keeping track of dates and things.
yes.
They're making me blush again.
Riggy says, Laura, do you have links to your writing?
Yeah, the Sister Claire writing, it's all on my Tumblr. Let me put it in the chat. Is this right? No, I said it again. I'm just not gonna say that word again. I'm so sorry.
You're doing fine.
You are fine.
Why English language? Why must you betray me this way?
Other people are mentioning when they got into Sister Claire. Some people are saying they also got into it in 2015. Some are saying 2013, 2014. Kalandra just said 2012.
Wow.
Y'all have stuck with us for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, y'all.
Matt asks, what do I do when I'm not involved with Sister Claire? Well, I just finished my undergrad. My undergrad in psychology, so now I'm a psychologist. In Brazil, that is. I don't know if it counts here in the USA. But I literally just finished it last month. It was my last semester. So when I go back home, I have to find a job. God help me.
Don't cry, Laura. It'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
You'll find a job.
So.
Remember the rock.
Yes, that's right. I must remember the Rock's wise words.
Aw, Zach said, and we will continue to support you for years to come.
Tears.
Flame Rider says, Elena, Ash, if I ever meet you guys in real life, I would hug you guys so hard that I would squeeze the life out of you.
Aww.
Don't do
Well,
that.
well, I need some of it, just like you can have most of the life, squeeze most of it, but leave just a tiny bit so I can continue to make the comic for you.
Yes,
and Elena
please.
too.
You should be careful trying to do that with Ash. She has very powerful hugs.
Ash does have powerful hugs.
It's funny hearing her make the kitten noises in person. Yeah, those ones.
Laura, what has your favorite adventure here been so far?
Oh, wow, that's difficult. Let me think as I squint into the air.
Arwen Trow said, Laura, I will be starting college soon and I'll be studying psychology.
Buddy!
Yay!
Alright.
Gambarimashouka ne.
You can do it!
Samanga.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
What shall we talk about while he's gone?
I don't know.
I'm still trying to think what was my favorite adventure so far. I think it might possibly have been the seaside. Just because the waves in where I come from, the place I usually go to go to the sea is Santos. And the waves there are like very calm, mellow, they aren't very interesting. So when I came here, they were much more cool. And apparently I am a decent swimmer, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
I like ducking the waves and stuff.
Really?
And swimming with friends, because all my friends so far have been the kind of people that like the sand. They don't go into the sea with me.
Oh.
I'm excited about going back to the beach with you next week. I just hope that I don't encounter the jellyfish larva again.
Oh,
That
poor
was the
Ash.
time.
That was difficult.
Apparently, did y'all know that jellyfish larvae are called sea lice, colloquially, and they get stuck in your bathing suit, and it doesn't hurt, but it itches so bad. The kind of itch that made me want to take off my skin and throw it in the washing machine. Like, and to add insult to injury, I got stung on the boob by jellyfish. And what are you supposed to do about it? I couldn't tell anyone because I was like, it's not as though they can do anything to make it better. I just have to freaking deal with it. McFrickin' deal with it.
That's
Ash at the
He
time
loves
was
it.
next to one of my older relatives and didn't want to scandalize anyone.
Yeah, I was next to one of Sarah's older relatives, and she was so nice and so charming, and I didn't want to be like, "Pardon me, ma'am," and take my boob out of my suit and like flail around in agony.
I'm sure if you did, she would have been the person to be like, man, okay. She would have been fine with
it. Sephi said, "I think what you're supposed to do is rub the skin with sand to remove the stingers." I don't think so. It said that the best thing to do would be to, like, take the suit off and go take a shower. But taking a shower while still in your suit doesn't do any good because they only start to really itch if they're trapped in there. People who wear loose-fitting things into the ocean where there's sea lice don't usually have the problem of itching. It's usually, women with the more tight-fitting suits that have the problem.
Yeah, us and our tatas.
Yes.
Us and our tatas.
It was fun going to the seaside because I got to go under the big waves. They were like taller than me. It was radical.
Radical dude.
What am I doing?
You did it wrong. Put that down. There you go. Yeah, radical.
That's exactly what I did.
Which one did she do?
Oh, I thought you did something else.
No.
What's radical? Is it
This is hang loose.
Oh, okay.
No, it
Jesus.
is exactly
Yeah, it's
this.
this one.
Is it?
This is rock on. This is
rock
Yeah,
on.
This
there
is exactly
there
what it
isn't
is.
a radical sign.
Oh, what the hell?
There's
ever.
hang loose and there's
Mathematicians will argue you on that one.
Seth asks if the place I usually go to is part of like a bay. I have no idea, but it's like a very big port in Brazil, so I suppose the waters are supposed to be calm, so the ships can come in more easily.
North Carolina beaches are usually like, in my experience, they haven't been as rough as they were this time when we went. But especially at, like, we were the first time we went to the beach, we weren't in North Carolina at all. We were in South Carolina, and that was fine. Like, the waves.
That's a very calm beach.
Yeah, the waves weren't bad. It was fine except for the jellyfish larvae. Had a really good time. But then we went to Wrightsville Beach, and the waves were like 7 to 10 foot waves. The tide was coming in. There were a lot of really sharp shells underfoot, so a good thing Laura had the idea to go back to the car to get
They were so evil.
They were. But Laura had the brilliant idea to go back to the car to get our water shoes. And so the shells became tolerable, but I was really concerned about the waves because they were more ferocious than I was anticipating. And
After that, we found out it was orange flags, right?
Yeah, that was orange flag water. And then the next day, it was all red flags, and we just did not go. We came home. Because it's like, I'd really rather not get yanked out by a rip current.
I'm not a strong enough swimmer for that.
Someone asked, oh dear.
No,
Oh, boy.
I was hoping you wouldn't see that one.
Oh, someone asked if we have seen Wonder Woman.
I have not seen it.
Elena hasn't seen it, and Laura hasn't seen it. I have seen it, and I have a very unpopular opinion about Wonder Woman, so I will just say that I love the theme song, and the rest I could just leave behind. And I will not talk about it anymore because I don't, want to shit all over everyone who loves it. I'm glad that y'all love it.
We may go to see Atomic Blonde, right?
Yeah.
So we'll tell you all if it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Although I also wanted to know to see the one with how do you pronounce her name? Taraji?
Mm-hmm.
Taraji Henson, the one. Proud Mary.
Yeah, I'd like to see
You know what
that.
I really am excited to see?
Tell us.
Not Wonder Woman, but the movie about the women behind Wonder Woman.
Oh,
Yeah, I just saw the
About
trailer for that
the
today.
creators, like polyamory relationship.
I think
and
it's
all
called
that.
Wonder Women.
It's the guy's name and the Wonder Women or something like that, but I can't remember
I
his
am
name.
so excited for that. I'm very hopeful that they, don't butcher it.
Ah, yes.
But
I'm really excited for a lot of things coming on TV and, well, not a lot of things maybe. I'm really excited for Stranger Things 2 in October. Like, I am so ready for that. I hope it's good. I saw...
Return of Barb.
I saw...
Yes, please. Give us back the lesbian.
I saw the new trailer for Stranger Things 2 just this morning, and it looks pretty excellent. I am tentatively excited for it. The first installment of it is coming to theaters in September, and I'm very interested in that. I hope it's good. This is looking really cute, Eleanor.
Yeah?
Yes,
I think I'm done with this one. The sketch, I mean.
Jackson looks so lovely, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She just looks soft.
I like the way her head is tilted.
Lovely.
She always looks very soft.
I'm sorry.
Sephi says, ooh, Eleanor.
What?
I don't know, I think it's still coming.
Olga should be caressing Jackson's face.
That won't work with the design that I have going. See, like, what I'm trying to do is make it so it's not one charm, but it's two charms that you put together. Kind of like a friendship necklace, except it's a shipping.
Just a ship necklace.
And they'll be double-sided so that if you want to make a non-canon ship or like one that's not been explored, you could take Olga and you could put her with, say, Oscar or something. I know that
Ash is grimacing.
I know some people ship that pretty hard.
I actually I don't mind that ship. I find that very... There aren't many ships in Sister Claire that I really dislike.
Yeah, there's some that, like, I saw people talking about in the comments, and they were like, I really hope that Claire and Lupo get together. They would have so much chemistry or something. And I'm like,
really?
they've never spoken. This was before Lupo even joined her group, and I was like,
The straights are at it again.
But you know what? That doesn't mean that I would be super upset if somebody, like, drew fan art of it or fanfic and really shipped it. It's just, they could buy the charms and make their own Claire and Lupo charm if they want.
I endorse shipping wholeheartedly. And especially if someone wants to write fic or draw fan art of it, hey, if you're that into it, that is so wonderful. I will be delighted to see it. Matt says, what ships in Sister Claire do you not like, Ash? I don't really want to, like, pan any ship. I can't, this ought to tell you something, I cannot off the top of my head think of a ship that I don't like. I can tell you that what I don't like is when I say that, like, a character is of a certain orientation and someone puts them, like, into a relationship that does not really jive with that orientation at all. It's like, yeah, but that's not how it would work. But then again, it's not canon, and, it's not actively hurting me. Sometimes it might make me kind of go, well, you didn't listen, did you? But if that's the worst thing that's going on, I mean, my precious sensibilities will survive that. Yeah. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Kalandra said, any ship with Abraham? ? Like, no.
I wouldn't rule anything out.
Neither would I.
I mean, there is kind of a canon relationship already with Abraham.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
well, I don't know if everyone knows it, but I think a lot of the chat knows what's my opinions about ships with Abraham. Ahem. That is the hill that I choose to die on.
Yunin just said, I ship Bruno with, myself.
With me.
Hun, I do not blame you in the slightest.
Right.
Bruno is a hot piece of cake.
Go in peace.
Daddy. I was waiting for that to come in.
I'm going to post another collection of pictures. There's some good ones here.
Diane said, Abraham has one true love, fire. Yes.
Murder.
The flames. On the sides of her face.
Oh my god, Ash.
It's from Clue.
Clue, the movie.
Blue flames on the sides of my face.
I was so angry. There were flames on the sides of my face.
You guys can see Elena's face acting, and it's a pity because it's good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's not. She doesn't say I was so angry. She says, I hated her so much. There were flames on the sides of my face.
She improvised that line. Flame Rider said, this is Clementine and Gabby? Yeah, that who it is.
That is that.
Dream Gabby.
Kilandra says, was there any news from San Diego Comic-Con or D23, I don't know what that is, that made you guys excited?
To be honest, I haven't paid any attention to it.
I know that there was some stuff released about Steven Universe, but I haven't had a chance to catch up with it because I've been all absorbed in Laura.
Yeah. I showed Elena though, she saw the trailer.
Yeah, about Lars.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, unpopular opinion, but Lars is really far down on my list of favorite characters, so I would have been a lot more excited if it was about almost anybody else.
I guess that's true. I'm pseudo excited for Lars. I care the tiniest bit, but not a ton.
Well, there was an extended promo that had bits of other episodes.
Oh,
Seems they're
I've
going
not
to
seen that.
Connie at some point.
Oh, good.
They're gonna what, Connie?
Focus on Connie.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Did I say something weird?
I thought you said they're gonna fuck some Connie at some point, and I was like, oh my god, what?
I would never say that.
I know, I was very shocked. I've just come to accept that if I ever hear you say something super shocking, that I am hearing you very wrong.
Yes, I'm sorry. You have a Brazilian accent.
It's okay.
It's there.
Proxy asks, Ash, have you seen Channel Zero? No, I have not. I don't know what that is. Please tell me about it. I'm trying to think. I've heard a lot of people talking about this Ready Player One thing that was released at Comic-Con, and I have no idea what it is, but so many people are so excited about it. Elena is wincing vigorously, so perhaps I shouldn't be interested. A lot of people said they enjoyed the book. I have never even heard of the book, so...
The trailer did not excite me. It looked like it was, just 80s nostalgia for white gamer guys.
Like Tron.
I would have been, like Tron. It has a bunch of 80s video game characters apparently in it. And I would have been excited if they'd included anything that was, 80s nostalgia for girls or women, but it seemed like it's 100% focused on only male gamers. And maybe it'll, be different, but the trailer definitely had a target audience and it was not me. So I was like,
I'm thinking, I was excited at the mention of The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that, but I am excited for that. What about Toy Story 4? I'm excited for that too.
Have they mentioned it?
They have announced they're making one. I don't know if there's any other news since that.
Yeah, I've heard they were making it, but I didn't think there was anything out about it yet. Oh, Proxy says Channel Zero is a sci-fi anthology series based on creepypasta. Ooh, I would probably like it.
Oh, I have heard about that.
The first season is based on Candle Cove, and the upcoming season is based on No End House. Huh. I don't know what either of those are, but, I will check it out.
Dream Daddy.
Calendar asks if the horns are giving you trouble.
They are. I'm trying to make them pop out of the frame a little bit without being overwhelming or super asymmetrical.
Is this the new horns or the old ones?
These are just some random horns. These are not based on anything.
Any horns.
The good thing about Clementine's horns, at least prior to their current iteration, they could look like just about anything.
Is that a good thing?
What?
The good thing about drawing them, she means, is that I can draw them however the hell I want.
I was
Yeah.
just poking you because they are very much not a good thing in any shape, way, or form.
Yeah. Matt says, how excited were you guys for Dream Daddy?
I had only heard about it pretty recently, and my whole Tumblr feed and Twitter feed were talking about it. I like the art a lot. As far as playing a gay dad sim, I wouldn't say that it was the game I've been waiting for my whole life or anything, but I think it's a cool concept, and I'm happy that a queer game is getting so much attention right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the theme song is weirdly catchy, even though it's literally just Dream Daddy. I eagerly await the sequel about mommies.
I really like the main character's daughter. She's so cute.
Yeah, I love her too.
Amanda
Panda.
No,
Amanda.
I saw a cosplayer on Tumblr of her.
Already? Wow.
Yeah, and she was good.
Aw, Rogue Reptile says, Elena, I sold my first art commission.
Congrats!
Congrats.
You're a real artist now.
Good job.
Bada bangs.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's what I heard. Bada bang.
No,
Bada beans, bada booms.
Matt says, would a similar game about a single mom and a dating simulator for single moms sway you? Yeah,
Hell
I'd
yeah.
play that.
I'm there.
I'd play the lesbian mommy dating sim.
Yeah.
Lesbian mommy.
I was talking to Sarah earlier, asking her what she thought would be a good alliteration for the mommy equivalent, and the only thing I could think of was mean mommy. But I don't want them all to be mean.
Yeah. Let's keep the cattiness out of a dating sim game.
I want at least one of them to be catty.
Elena, no.
Elena, yes.
Aw, Matt says, can you do a charm for Paradise and Budgie? It would be cute.
Aaron says, bring out the gay.
Bring out a gay.
Yep.
Why did I give Clementine such a big chin? No one makes big chins like Clementine. Oh my god. Been a while since I drew her, I guess.
Since that really badass standing on a rock missing moment.
Mm-hmm.
So her neck is huge and thick. I've been drawing her as Olga.
As your dream daddy.
Yeah, got dream daddies on the brain. Haven't gotten very far in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
People are making the lyrics on the chat. Was this right this time? Chat.
Yes.
Lyrics
you.
for what?
The Gaston song, but with Sister Claire lyrics. No one makes hits like Clementine, makes treaties like Clementine. I don't even know the lyrics of that song in English, I think more in Portuguese. thing I noticed you haven't asked if anyone has any questions yet.
That's true. Does anyone have any questions for us?
I have been bombarding Ash with them ever since I got here.
And I'll have to always, like, preface my reply with, but do you really want me to answer that?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm just thinking aloud and sometimes I actually want to know. Don't poke me. She's evil. She looks so cute through live draws, she's actually evil. Oh, the voice laying right on the...
Aw, when you get back, Matt wants you to sing a Disney song in Portuguese.
Oh my god, I'm gonna embarrass myself.
So, I mean, Flame Rider wants to know, do you guys have any
Ash, take a deep breath.
any new funny stories? Well, I told you the one about the eyelashes. Let's see. Unfortunately, Elena wasn't that that funny after her surgery. Elena, stop looking at me like that.
I'm not looking at anything on my screen. I'm just...
Yeah. Let's see. Zach says, "Hey Laura and Ash and Yamino, could I get your opinion on a question?" Let's see. Oh, dang it. Stop it. Is magic a foreseeable option for in vitro fertilization? Could two women have a child together? Is magic an option for literally any couple to have a child together?
I think we actually answered this in the last live draw.
I think we did. But the answer to that is yes. Like, magic makes many things possible, including, like, you know, couples that might not be considered conventional in this world to be able to easily, well, I don't know if easily is the right word, but enable them to have children, yes.
Everyone can have a kid. I have a question, but I think it's pretty spoilery.
Go ahead and ask, and I can...
Later.
No, go ahead, ask.
It's about Selkies.
Okay.
Can Selkies and humans have children without magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, Selkies have a humanoid form.
I see.
And, yeah, they are perfectly able to procreate with humans. Normal humans. Normal humans, I say. As our normal humans go around, like, throwing around fire and shit, like...
One of the ideas Ash and I had for the Drifter Nation, that is the nation that Marion's from, is that there's been a lot of intermarrying with Selkies there. So most drifters have a little bit of Selkie blood.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like just us talking about stuff on Skype.
It makes sense, though, especially when you consider that, like, the Drifter Nation is largely a seafaring people. And if anyone is gonna commingle with mer people like Selkies, well...
It's gonna be people who are on boats all the time.
Yeah, and,
basically.
And on islands, and, you know, yeah.
Stuff with the sea.
Oh, Matt says, did Clementine ever leave Eden while it stood apart from going to the love cave?
The love cave.
Love shack is a little place.
That was the first thing that came to me.
I wasn't telling you to I was trying to say she, and then I stopped because you were still talking. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'm so sorry.
I thought we were talking to Ziggy for a moment.
I gotta go, guys.
I'm sorry.
It's been fun, but I see.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
It's fine. You're fine, Ash.
That's okay. now you can join in the land of people who keep fumbling with their words.
But did Clementine ever leave Eden while it stood, apart from going to Gabby's grotto? Yes. Yes, she did. Quite so. Quite so.
Quite so. You know that begs the follow-up question, where did she go to?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Where did you come from, Clementine? Whoa.
Would. The place that she visited most often was Throne of Mare.
Surprise, surprise.
That's probably not surprising to anyone.
No.
Considering her connections there.
Flame Rider asks, how many years has it been since the Kingdom fell and Eden fell?
21 years? 22?
22 about that?
Yeah.
Claire's 20 now, right?
Claire's 19.
Oh,
Twins are
21, yeah, probably.
21, 22.
How about that?
Depending on which one you're talking about. Eden fell first, then Throne of Mare. So, yeah. Hey, Box Puppy! Box Puppy said, after some seriously technical difficulties, I can finally join. We're glad to have you.
Glad to have you, Box Puppy.
Calandra said, it's easy to forget how young Clementine was when she died, since we've seen so much of her life in the story. Yeah. Calandra said, there was a gap in the fall of the cities? Yes. Not a super big gap, but yeah, there was one.
Calendar says, I thought they fell one right after another. So yeah, not a big gap, but existing.
Yeah. It wasn't quite like dominoes, but, you know, it was close.
Oh, Matt has a question.
Matt says, is it possible that Clementine infused the Tree of Eden with a consciousness after so much Energia input in the same way that Machina developed souls? That's an interesting thought, but no. The big tree in Eden is just a tree.
Here's a question. Do you have a specific species for the tree, or is it like a tree?
It's Yggdrasil.
I have thoughts about the tree, but like I need to do more research before I canonically give it a species. Well, let me do that research right now.
Let's see. Calandra says, this question might be spoilery, or Ash might say it was a good question. But did the fall of Eden have any connection with the fall of Tramamari, or were they caused by two completely separate events? Ash is thinking.
Elena, what would you say?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I think that's our first one of the night.
Uh-huh.
I don't really like how Clementine's face is coming out.
It looks a little narrow.
Yeah. I might have to just come back to this again later.
Oh god.
Actually, it looks okay now.
Flame Rider says, Ash, the way you say Thronamare, it sounds like Throdamare. What?
Trodum maid.
Throdam what? Well, maybe it's just my accent.
No, I think you're saying it right.
Thronamare.
Who can say it's a dead language?
Yeah.
I just pronounce it as if it was Italian, even though I know that's not the proper way to pronounce Latin.
I think I pronounce it with a Brazilian accent as well.
Oh, Laura, it's your time to shine.
What?
Diane says, does someone have the timeline link available?
Oh.
I can't.
Tom.
Diane said, I can't remember which fell first, Eden or Throne Mare, and I am suddenly curious.
Yes, I do. I have it right here.
We did actually just say that, like, Eden fell first, then Throne Mare.
Let's see.
Oh, Clementine's really cute, Eleanor.
Yeah, she looks better now.
She looks a lot like Catherine in this picture.
Open up.
I think after I'm done sketching this, is it okay if we end the stream?
What about the seal one?
Okay. Here it is, linked on the chart, the timeline.
Zach said, I always considered the Emancipation Oak or any southern live oak would be fitting for Eden. Actually, on my screen right now is a tab open that says live oak. Yeah. Like, I have always thought of the tree in the center of Eden to be a live oak, but then again, there are other species of trees that grow to even greater heights that are also more like community trees. So like I said, I'd have to do a bit more research. When it comes to plants, I know a lot about certain kinds of plants. Trees are not my specialty. So like I said, I'd have to do a little bit more. Matt says, Ash and Elena, can you give us any details on what life in Alpinum is/was like? Alpinum is where Queen Sylvia is from.
I'll let you take that one, Ash, because you kind of developed all of that area.
I can tell you that Alpinum is a walled city deep in the mountains. Its winters are quite long. Its springs and summers are very mild, like the temperature does not get very high there. There is almost always ice on the big body of water at the center of their city. It's not necessarily very deep ice, but there is almost always ice in it, so that should give you an indication of temperature. There is not a lot of varied greenery there. Lots of evergreens. It is a very safe city, but not a very diverse one. There's not a ton of trade in or out because the walls are really, really, really high. Most of the ways in and out of the city are via tunnels, and the tunnels are not opened very often. Matt says, what is there to do for fun in Alpinum?
Cross-country skiing.
lots of snow-based activities. Sword play is a big one as well. Skating, that's a big one.
Concerts.
Why not?
If it's going to be based on, like, you know, Austria and Switzerland and stuff, that's where a lot of great composers came from.
Music is a big deal in Alpinum, yeah.
But you can go out to do stuff.
Yeah, well,
how about running up into the mountaintops and twirling in your skirt and singing, "The hills are alive"?
Yes. Cephalopod Queen says, does Sylvia like fence?
Oh.
Sylvia can fence. She's not nearly as good as, you know, her eventual
progeny.
Like, no, she's not that good. What she is really good at is disarming people, specifically people with blades. It's been mentioned a couple of times in live rights that Sylvia has these scars on her palms, and it's from clapping her hands around a blade and spinning it out of the grasp of the person holding it.
Wow.
And she is, you know, she gained the scars when she wasn't as good at it as she is now. But she might not be able to fence as well as Oscar or, the guard or anything, but she can make it such that their skill at fencing means nothing. She can, take the sword away from them. Flame Rider says, I have a question. How did Clementine die?
Badly.
Badly. Hideously.
Because Ash is evil.
What you laughing at, Laura?
Safi says, I always kind of feel like she exploded.
She didn't explode.
It made me think of like the girl with the chocolate factory.
Oh,
that would blow up.
Like a blueberry?
Yeah.
Nah, she didn't. Clementine didn't explode.
She spontaneously exploded into a whole cloud of confetti.
Good save.
Flame Rider said, did Claire show up right after Clementine died, or did it take a while? Well, it definitely took a bit. It took a couple years.
Calendar asks, why must you hurt us, Ash? And that is what I want to know.
I'm the sad headcanon friend.
She's a sad headcanon friend. No kidding, you guys. They showed me the outline for the rest of chapter 1 the other day, and as I was reading it and suffering, Ash was just staring at my face and laughing her. I was starting to think of something and laughing her lungs off.
I think when it comes to like the really awful parts of this chapter, I think I came up with a lot of those, like
like that.
like that. Like this trying to microphone.
I don't know. I think that was both of us.
The part that is trying to be worse had Ash.
I'm just saying, I think that Ash gets a lot of credit for doing horrible things, but I think that I also should get credit for doing some really horrible things.
The mistress of evil, deserve a little credit.
Just want to keep people from mobbing you.
Remember my idea that I had about Catherine and Oscar's wedding rings?
Yes.
Remember Catherine in general?
Catherine might be one of my favorite characters. I mean, the favorite ever is Mama, but Catherine is right there.
I basically designed Catherine to suffer. That's even why I picked her name, because she was named after Catherine the Saint who was broken on the wheel.
Really?
Yeah.
If I knew that,
also, it was a pun with cats.
Zach says, does Dove sacrifice herself for her mother diving in the way of a bolt? I can go ahead and answer that one and tell you.
That's a good question. Leave him hanging, Ash.
Calendar asks, correction, why must you three make us suffer? And I would like to know that I'm the one trying to write Fix It Fic.
Fix it, Fic.
I am the happy headcanon friend.
I love it.
To be fair, Elena, okay, so Elena is the one who comes up with this, really awful, horrible things happening to various characters, and I'm the one who's like, why don't we dial it back a notch so people don't actively hate us, and so we can have a more tempered story? And Elena, is like, well, okay, I guess. And then Laura's over there like, no, that's too awful. Make it nice.
I just want to write Fix It Fic.
Everyone aboard on the merry-go-round. Some things will rise up so that others come down. If the devil don't dance, heaven won't shine. It's a mighty thick haze and I don't remember all the words. But that's basically the gist of it. You gotta have the bad so that the good feels extra good. And I'm here to bring the pain.
Zach says, I thought Ash was the one that inflicted the horrible, terrible things upon our beloveds.
Just waiting till you find out about Josephine's backstory. Just to wait.
Winkle whimpers in the background.
Cries. Suffering falls upon the land.
Oh, Diana wants to know how many more pages are left of this chapter.
What page are we on right now, Elena? Do you remember?
Hold
31?
on, I can do like a quick count. I have stuff saved. Hold on.
Keep holding on.
Now, I know when it ends. So. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, 8 pages.
8 pages
Yeah,
left.
so not a ton. Not a ton.
Yeah, that's
Something about that, yes.
that sounds about right.
Okay.
Don't make no mistake, y'all. You know, people are trying to give me credit for stopping horrible things from happening. I do favor stories that have like a lot of conflict and obstacles to overcome, but I am also the person who at the end of the day wants to make a story, you know, to have been worth reading, and I don't want just misery upon misery.
Everybody was asking what is the name of that song.
Which one?
No,
Keep
did you
holding
just
on?
sing?
I think it's just called
No,
Keep Holding On.
the merry-go-round one.
It's called Merry-Go-Round.
Merry-Go-Round, but who's it
Who's it
by?
Yeah, I can't say.
Because there's a more popular merry-go-round song
Yeah.
that people will get confused with.
Yeah.
It's by.
Post it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's a very good song.
Yeah, it is. Some things will rise up, some things come down.
If the devil don't dance, heaven won't shine. It's a mighty thick haze and a pretty thin line. If the faucet is tightened up, the love won't flow. If the love isn't bright enough, the corn won't grow. If the night isn't dark enough, the moon won't glow. Yeah.
I'm here just bobbing my head along because I don't know those lyrics.
My favorite is the middle part. The part about prisons. Like, Diane, talking about the chapter, says, I can't wait for the evil cliffhanger that will come. Would you say that chapter 1 ends on a cliffhanger?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Of course it does.
I think it's like, I mean, it leaves a fate uncertain, but it's not like...
That totally counts as a cliffhanger.
But it's not, well, I can't say anything else without spoiling anything.
And it's painful.
Hey.
People were chanting about the Selkie mom.
What's so funny?
Good questions tonight, y'all. Really good questions.
Zach says, would you rank the end of chapter 1 alongside Revenge of the Sith or The Empire Strikes Back in terms of how hurt we're going to feel? I don't know how those two end.
I don't remember off the top of my head either.
I can't remember. It's not Rogue One, Sephi.
Yeah, not Rogue One.
which I haven't seen, but I know how it ends.
I'm doing such a shitty job drawing this. This was so much cuter. Why don't I just steal this and just make that into the charm? Here we go.
That is very cute.
I'm not going to do better than that.
Matt said, "Hey Trinity, Riggy and I have started work on a really big project together. It won't be done for a while, but we can't wait to see what you think of it. It's a big one." Ooh, how exciting.
Intriguing.
Kalandra said, "Ash, Yamino, I wanted to let you know that since the last live draw I was actually in, I wrote some short fiction. It's been so long, but I finally wrote creatively. Thank you so much for being an inspiration."
Aww. That's really sweet.
That's excellent.
That is wonderful.
Good job. I say this without any hint of condescension, at least I hope you don't take it this way, but I'm very proud of you for having done that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so cute. Look at her.
Yeah, I was trying to draw and I was like, this looks like garbage. I know I've drawn a much better version of this. I'll just use
so
that.
Adorable.
Now I have to fit her
Needs whiskers though.
human silhouette on there.
Say some.
It's so much cuter without the whiskers.
I like the whiskers.
It's streamlined without the whiskers.
Okay.
Also, it's best to not have little things sticking off of the charm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could have been blown back the other way. But I guess, like, on the comic page, she didn't have whiskers, so...
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sad.
Why?
Because Gabby doesn't have her pelt anymore. She would be such... Was she... By the time she lost her pelt, was she already an adult Selkie? Like, was she going to get bigger than that?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
I will never see that.
Stuck as a teenage dream.
She, like, when she lost her pelt, she was... Yeah, she would have gotten quite a bit bigger.
And we'll never get to see that. That's why I'm always having new feels about Sister Claire.
Matt's asking if we could get a charm of Dove. I don't think she's popular enough yet for us to make a charm of her, Matt. Maybe when we get further into book 3, we could think about doing that.
I'm interested in seeing more of Dove.
Dove?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I like her. She's so cute.
She
I
is
know.
really cute.
I
I
like
love
her
her
too.
hair. I love everything about her design.
And I have pressing questions such as, is Egg ever going to put on a t-shirt?
You know who's probably asking him that same question?
Hannah.
His
mom.
mother.
Oh.
I believe it.
Egg, when are you going to stop looking like a ragamuffin?
What do you think the OT3 would have to say about it if they were alive?
Oh my gosh, Laura.
I think they would all, agree with what Hannah's doing and let him express himself freely, but I think they would all quietly agree that he should really button his shirt. He doesn't have anything to show off.
Oh my god. Ash, savage.
Sephi says, Egg, you're going to get a coat of your chest out like that all the time. Put on this sweater.
Someone should draw that.
I love it.
I wonder if Egg is going to get along with Lupo.
With who?
Lupo.
Oh, yeah. Ziki, you're so cute. Yes, you are.
Ziki loves me, you guys. I'm so happy.
He does love Laura.
He's got so much love in his tiny little sausage body.
And in his little flip-flop ears. Flop, 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 flop.
That's a cute way to call them.
Here you go. Let Mama tuck you in. Has anyone have any more pressing questions?
I like Seppi's headcanons about Catherine and Clementine's mom. Seppi said, terrifying T-Rex leopard seal mom. Catherine and Clementine's mom is chill, but if you mess with her, she will crush you without remorse. Also, she eats penguins.
I love it.
And it has a caps locked question.
Is Eden a rainforest? No.
That was direct.
Yes.
It does have zones, but it's not like Zootopia where it's got like a rainforest biome. It has zones of more tropical plants, but most of the ultra tropical ones would be in glass houses. It is in a place where it does stay fairly warm year round, but I wouldn't quite call it tropical.
I was under the impression that it was in kind of a desert.
No, that was an old headcanon.
Okay. Get with the times, Sarah.
Rope Reptile said, could Hannah die in the next updates? That's a good question. Laura's like crying over here.
I love her so much, you guys. And again, I love like 90% of everyone in this comment. So.
Oh, did it? Matt said, I was ordering clementine teas, and the description suggested that Eden was in a desert. What is the description for the clementine tea?
Oh, I think it says something about her making an oasis.
Oh.
It's supposed to be symbolic, right?
Maybe. I don't remember. I might have written that when we had the old headcanon stuff.
Let me see what it says.
I don't actually remember.
I have it.
Laura's so quick on her feet.
Oh yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, the great garden city that once thrived in the desert. Well, like, y'all will see when we get to the construction of Eden that, like, desert can mean more than just a vast expanse of sand.
The sandy place.
Mm-hmm. Y'all will see.
She looks so happy in this picture.
Desert is not a wholly untrue term for where Eden is.
It was wholly a intentional choice of words.
Yeah.
I really love all the tea teams. The designs are so cute.
Mm-hmm.
They are really cute.
I love
Has
Mary in her princess dress.
Has Eleanor shown you her collection of tea? Like,
No, I
No, I
haven't.
don't think she has
You
yet.
should try the Pedro tea. We talked about that.
Yes.
Has anyone
I
in the
was
chat
ghosted.
had the teas yet?
Salute.
Thank you.
Someone asked a question. Oh, this is a question for the chat from Budgie. If Clementine and Gabby had a baby, would the baby have a curly furred pelt? Oh.
It would be so
Rex seal. Rex coat seal.
That would be really cute. The question is, would the baby have curly whiskers?
Yes.
so cute. Well, now they have to have it. It's just law. Diane wants to know why are Mary and Aziz being shipped on the tea side.
Oh, it's because I just wanted them to have a ship so that I could give people a discount.
Who is it? Marie and
Ozzy.
Ozzy? Yeah.
I mean, why
I
not?
could see it. It could happen.
Why not? They're about the same age. They're both awesome.
Because Marie has her eyes set on someone else. So there.
Actually, Ozzy is a lot older than a lot younger than Marie.
Yeah, Ozzy's like 15, 16.
She's Is she 17?
17?
I think she's 17. Lupo's
How old's Marie? Isn't
22.
22.
Yeah, right now it's kind of a big difference.
Yeah.
If they were both older, but yeah.
I don't know about you.
Really says they have Oscar, Cat, Magpie, and Peduti.
I like the magpie tea a lot.
I like Magpie a lot. I like how you fit Gabby in there, Lana. Like
Thanks.
a human form.
Yeah, I still didn't manage to cover the whole fin there, so I'm not sure.
Some bubbles.
I've tried
you
that.
already did.
Stop mansplaining to me how to do this.
Sorry.
Sarah.
I need to actually watch the stream.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Maybe I'll put some seaweed or something.
That would be pretty.
But I think overall I'm done with these.
It's so funny because in my computer I can still see the cursor moving, but I know you're not drawing because I'm looking at you right now.
I think I'm done drawing, but if you guys wanted to keep streaming and just talk to people, we could do that. I could stop the recording.
Okay. Like, it's actually pretty late. I would like to decompress a little bit before I have to go to sleep. So why don't we sing goodnight?
Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, I had so much fun. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for being in the stream, Laura.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. We might try to do another live stream before Laura goes home, because there is still more work to do for FlameCon, but we will see. Let's not promise anything just yet. All right.
Good night. Good night.